On the news this morning, Governor Soludo asked students to emulate late Achebe. Domestic violence, Commissioner Obinabo to get justice for victim. Nigeria to venture into local production of vehicle spare parts. On the foreign scene, U.S. Philippines signed deal on sharing military information. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, has asked students to aim to follow the footsteps of Professor Chinua Achebe as a role model. He stated this while receiving the Chinua Achebe Award of Excellence from the Society of Young Nigerian Writers, Anambra State Chapter, in recognition of his immortalization of the father of African literature, Professor Chinua Achebe. Governor Soludo received the award at the 2024 Chinua Achebe Literary Festival and Memorial Lecture organized by the Society, which held at the Professor Kenneth D.K. Central Library, Oka. Abigail Mba fired this report taken from her.
Governor Soludo had renamed Anambra State International Passenger and Cargo Airport, Umeri, after Professor Achebe on October 1, 2023, during the Nigerians Independence Day celebration in the Dr. Alex Ekwueme Square, Oka, in recognition of his contributions to the development of society and putting Anambra State on the global map. Receiving the award, Governor Soludo, represented by his Chief of Staff, Mr. Ernest Ezajoye, acknowledged the contributions made by the African literary icon to the state, which he said was why he immortalized him, and asked the students to aim to follow the footsteps of Professor Achebe as a role model, underscoring that they now have better opportunities to excel more than Achebe.
What we are doing now is continuous improvement on what we've already put in place. Governor and the government have a sleepless night on these things. We are improving on that. I see what will happen in a few months on bringing the operational vehicles and every other thing to make it better.
Like somebody said here, you work like you at a point, grow up and become like you.
The aim of the event is to celebrate Achebe. That is the primary aim of the event, and immortalize him as writers in our own way.
In Oka, Abigail Mba for ABS News.
One Tochukwu Obumneme from Obosi has allegedly attempted crippling his wife, Chizoba, with a pestle over a minor misunderstanding. The incident that took place in their house in Asaba was said to have escalated after he left the wife at her parents' house in Onitsha for delaying him without remorse. Correspondent Chidimma Ikanyongu has details of that report.
The complainant, Mrs. Chizoba Obumneme, noted that it first started as a threat till he went to the kitchen, brought the pistol and hit her on the leg, stating that this is not the first time he has raised his hands on her.
Like that small boy. Now I'm the small boy. Now like that small boy. No, it is him. Now come on, man, besia kwa no dinime. Opolo kamba nime flat yan. Ni no compound ya ba kono na 80 so who are 80 and don't call the gen na asusi. Mu na 80 kwa we see no man na mpama ngo we tie mi ya no. And no man e oti na mama na before me see na bia na no get a creep.
After she lodged her complaint, the husband was invited for a peaceful mediation at the office of the Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, which he did not honor. The Women Affairs boss, Honorable Ify Obinabo, after listening to the complaint, promised to get justice for the survivor.
Okay.
In Oka, Chidimma Ikanyongu reporting for ABS News.
Nigeria to venture into local production of vehicle spare parts. In case you're just joining us, this is ABS Television. Still to come, Philippines signs MOU on sharing military information. These and more stories after the break. Do join us again.
energy at school.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release.
You're welcome back to the rest of the stories. The National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, has announced the establishment of necessary structures and frameworks required for local production of vehicle spare parts in the country. The local production of spare parts is expected to reduce Nigeria's reliance on imports, which currently cost the country $1 billion annually. Reports reveal that Joseph Osanipin, the NADDC Director General, disclosed the plan during a 2-week automotive engineering and software design training held in Abuja. The training, which was organized in partnership with a private firm in South Korea, focused on the Midas NFX software, a platform for advanced design and analysis. Speaking on behalf of the Director General, Fidelis Achieve, the Director of Research, Design and Development, stressed the Council's commitment to transforming Nigeria's automotive industry by increasing the percentage of locally manufactured components in the vehicle assembly. Report says U.S. and Philippine defense chiefs have signed an agreement on sharing classified military information and technology as the long-time treaty allies deepen cooperation in a bid to counter Chinese influence in the region. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin signed the deal with the Philippine counterpart Gilberto Teodoro at the start of a visit to Manila that also included a closed-door meeting with President Ferdinand Marcos. Officials said the General Security of Military Information Agreement allows for the sharing of classified information that could benefit a U.S. ally's national defense and streamlined the sale of certain classified technologies. On sports news, the draw for 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON, will hold on Friday, November 22 in Morocco. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, which announced this on its official website, said the Mohammed VI Technical Center in Sil, Morocco, will host the draw ceremony. Morocco will host the competition from July 5 to July 26, 2025. 9-time champions, the Super Falcons of Nigeria, are among the 12 teams that have qualified for the competition. Now to everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die. Ecclesiastes 3:1-2. These profound words, which remind us that life has its rhythms and seasons, and that death is a natural part of life, came to full demonstration when the remains of late Mrs. Chinwe Okabwe, aged 42, was laid to rest in her hometown, Mbuke Village, Omonachi, in Dunukofia local government area. Chinaza Osigwe filed this report taken from here.
Mrs. Okabwe, who until her death was the head of administration at Anambra State Signage and Advertising Agency, is survived by her husband, Adoshuku Okabwe of Anambra Broadcasting Service (ABS), children and other relatives. The burial ceremony was attended by a large gathering of family members, friends, colleagues and well-wishers who came to pay their last respects to the deceased. The service, conducted by Reverend Canon Innocent Opara at Emmanuel Anglican Church, Omunnachi, was marked by heartfelt tributes, prayers and celebrating Mrs. Okabwe's life and legacy. In his sermon, Canon Opera urged everyone present to seek first the kingdom of God, and every other thing will be added unto them.
Best us to use whatever position we see ourselves occupied for the glory of His name.
I've come to realize that you don't need eternity to know somebody. All you need is just the quality of time, and I would say that we had quality time together.
The family should take solace in the fact that she lived a good life. Our prayer is that which she started with the family, which is nursing those beautiful children. The husband will be able to guide the children in the way of the Lord.
From Umunnashi, Chinaza Osigwe for ABS News.
Our deepest condolences to Okabwe's family, especially Ajulu Chukwu. And that's the news report. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Governor Soludo has asked students to emulate late Achebe. Domestic Violence Commissioner Obinabo has vowed to get justice for victim. Nigeria is set to venture into local production of vehicle spare parts. And from the foreign scene, we brought you reports that U.S. Philippines have signed deal on sharing military information. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Monya Wokoye. Good morning and have a blessed Tuesday.